can never change. He can never change. He can never change. Jesus the same forever. He can never change, never change. He can never change. He can never change. Jesus the same forever. He can never change in my life. He can never change. He can never change. Jesus the same forever. He can never fail you. He can never fail me. He can never fail. Jesus the same forever. He can never fail. He can never fail. He can never fail. Jesus the same forever. Yes, Jesus will never fail me, neither fail you. Jesus is the same today and forever. He can never change. That is what I want us to know today. Jesus can never fail you. He can never fail me. He can never fail us. Once we believe in him and we put our trust in him, he will never fail us. He has been doing many good things to so many people, and our own cannot be exceptional. So I pray that this topic of today, the part 2 of marriage, is going to help us too today. Today is the turn of the woman. As we all heard about the part 1, the need of men in marriages, today is about the need of women in marriages. Because women also, they have their own need, and that is how it works. So I pray that this one today will also be helpful to us. As I always said before, these teachings is not only about those that are married, but to those that are yet to, so that you can as well prepare yourself. Okay? So, as I said before, the need of women in marriage. Affection is the number one thing. Your wife needs affection. Wives need affection from their husband. There are some men, they feel that because they are men and they are the head of the family, they do whatsoever they want to do to treat their wife the way they want to treat them. Your wives are all human beings like you. As blood runs in your vein and flesh, is the same thing with a woman. So women need affection, and this affection, you have to understand that your wife needs your tenderness. Your wife needs your tenderness, which involve love, care, physical touch, embrace her, cuddle her, you know. But sometimes you will see some men, they will be with their wife. When the wife even touches, say, what is that? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? How? Are you not her husband? If you don't know your duty, if you don't know what you should do to make your wife happy, then she should teach you. This touch alone is something. When you touch your wife, she feels that touch in her is something. So your wife also have blood in her body that run round the vein. Sometimes you have to learn how to pet your wife. You have to learn how to respect your wife, to adore your wife. Women need to be pet. You need to talk. Once you want to talk with your wife politely, not harshly, not in a harsh way. Even if she do something that you feel that you don't like it, you don't talk to her harshly like that. Don't scold on your wife. Your wife is part of you. If you scold on her, you are doing to yourself. If you talk harsh to your wife, you are doing to yourself. Don't think that you are doing all those things to disgrace her in public. Especially some men, they love disgracing their wife in public. No. Your wife, they need respect. Respect your wife. It depends on how the level of respect that you will give your wife in public, that people will respect your wife. Okay? So whenever you are together with your wife, everybody know that you are the husband, and everybody know that a husband is the head of the family. You don't have to show all those kind harshness, all those kind command in the presence of people before they know that you are the head of the family. You are the head of the family. Even if your wife do something in public that is not right, you don't like it, you wait. Have patience. When you reach home, you talk to your wife. Okay? But talking to your wife harshly in the presence of people is not a good thing at all. So you should all know that any man that does this to his wife is not a good thing at all. And you are doing those things, you are scaring your wife away from you. You are scaring your wife away from you. Your wife may have something to discuss with you. She may have something to tell you. She may have something to ask you. But because of the way you talk to her, because of your response to anything that she asked you, she may be afraid to talk to you. Which, of course, your wife is not supposed to be afraid of you. Yes. Your wife is not supposed to be afraid of you. Your wife is supposed to respect you, not to be afraid of you. Your wife is supposed to talk to you as her own. You are her own husband, and feel free, not with fear, because it's not a good sign at all. And if a woman lacks all these things from you, that means you are sending her out. You are sending her out for an open temptation. Because if she eventually sees somebody that wants to talk to her, he talk politely, he do this with her, he do that, he care for her, a small thing, that one you are exposing her to temptation. Maybe if a man talk to her today, do like that tomorrow, then give her peace of mind. By the time that the man see her another maybe the third or fourth time, and begin to talk to her, then and you just say, how far now, which one you did? You see, if it is somebody that does not have stand in the word of God, that know that thing is not a good thing, she can easily fall into it. Because it's not everybody that can stand and overcome temptation. So by the time you begin to talk to your wife, you treat your wife as if she is nobody to you. You talk to her anyhow, then you are pushing her out. So all those things, they are not good at all. So affection is very, very important in the life of woman, in the life of your wife. So you should learn how to respect your wife and give her that affection. You don't wait until your wife come. You see some men, you will stay for more than 1 month, 2 months, up to 3, 4, 5 months without having an affair with your wife. That one shows what? It shows that you have somebody outside that you have kept. And it's not a good thing. You are together with your wife, even if there is nothing. As I said before, it does not matter that penetration must be there. Cuddle your wife, talk to your wife, treat your wife in a good way. Talk to her with a sweet voice. You make her happy. Anytime she remember you, she feel good. That is not a good thing for your wife to remember you, and then her heart will be beating like a drum, like a band in the church. No. Your wife needs love, needs faith, needs all sort of things to make her happy. She is part of you. You have to make her happy. Okay? I'm not saying that you should not talk to your wife when your wife is wrong. Talk to her, but in a polite way. Make her to understand that this thing that she do, you are not happy, you don't like it. Oh, honey, thank you so much. I'm very sorry. I didn't know that it will hurt you. Forgive me. Yes, ta. Puntoi isakabo. But sometimes you will talk something that did not reach anywhere to talk about. You will holla. Even carry face up as if this woman, you don't know her, and you forget the first day that you met her, you told her that you love her. Who is perfect in this world? Nobody. Neither you is perfect or she. No. So you should learn how to, and if you see your wife in such a way, in such a manner that maybe she's the type that doesn't know how to take care of herself, you talk to you, the man, you can make your wife to become what you want her to be. You can advise. If you are seeing women outside, the way they dress, the way they look, you can as well make your wife to look like that, so that you admire your wife, you will look your wife. Instead of you to go outside, then you keep because you see maybe your wife is not dressing well, or your wife is not wearing the type of clothes you want. You are the one that will blend her to your own taste. Okay? You are the one that will blend her to your own taste. Or you are the one that will buy what you want her to be using. You buy and give it to her. She will also appreciate you. Okay? That is it. But don't treat your wife as if she's not part of you. She is your wife. And your wife has married to you to stay with you for better and for worse. So you should remember. Another point is conversation. There are some men, they don't even have time to have any conversation with their wife. Always their face is like a cloud that want to, if rain want to fall, you see the place, the cloud will change. There are some men, they are like that. Even if your wife want to have one or two words with you, because of the way you hold your face, because of your attitude, because of your behavior, the woman will be afraid to even talk with you. It's not like that. Your wife is your wife. Allow your wife to talk with you freely. Allow your wife to talk with you and feel you that you are her husband. Not for her to be talking with you and her heart will be cutting. Bow, 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 bow. It's not a good thing. A wife, your husband need to listen to their woman, to their woman. It does not mean that because you are the husband, you are the head of the family, then you don't listen to your wife. Your wife is your helpmate. She is there to help you. If there are something that you are lacking, or something also you do that is not good, your wife can as well correct you. So don't think that your wife is nobody. Your wife is somebody to you. Your wife is something. And there is something that baffles me most. Your wife needs honesty. Honesty is something very, very important in the life of couples. Once you are honest to your wife, you don't have problem. But today you tell lie, you talk this, you talk that. Maybe you don't have anything to do outside. You say, I have appointment with so in so office. Well, you know that it is not like that. You just want to go and flex with another woman outside. Then if your wife do that one, fix her in your own shoe. If your wife do that one, how will you feel? It will be the talk of the town, of the whole world. My wife is not faithful to me, but you forget that it's you that is not faithful to your wife. And even if she asks you, she happened to ask you, my husband, this yesterday you did not come back on time, this, because as a children of God, as a Christian home, Christian marriage, any husband, you are outside, if not your duty. You are on duty. You're supposed to go out and you come home early for the family to sit down together and pray. Pray before you sleep. And also be with your family, be with your children, so that your children will be able to feel free with you. It's not only the woman that born them, it's the two of you. So wherever you are not participating, you go out, you go to work, you come, maybe you close from work, from there you go to a joint, you go from that one place to the other, you forget that you have family in the house. Sometime before you come home, your children have already slept. It's not a good thing. Being the head of the family, you must show good example, so that as your children are growing, they will see the good example in you and in their mother. And that is how it's supposed to be. So anytime you go out or you are going somewhere, tell your wife the truth where you are going. That one is not a problem. Women, they can easily succumb to their husband. If you tell your wife like that, your wife will have that confidence in you. Say, my husband is a trustworthy somebody. Even if somebody outside come and report you, to gossip you to your wife by telling her that, my sister, I saw your wife with her, so that woman can as well defend you. She can defend you. Why? Because she know that you always tell her the truth. So that is what women need mostly. So as we all know that men have their own needs, it's the same thing. Women también, they have their own. Admiration again is another word. Learn how to admire your wife no matter what. Instead of you to admire another woman outside or admire another girl outside, admire your wife. Your wife is all you have. She is the half of your life. Today, if anything happened to you, the next person that they should ask question is your wife. So take your wife as your own very. Admire her. If she did not dress well, boy, no. You can correct her. You can tell her. Just as I said before, if you see other women dressing well, you can tell her you can teach her how to dress. It's not a bad thing. Because there are some men, even if their wife dress up and she want to go out, she will go to them. They will refuse to admire, to say something. Say, my wife, you look beautiful, you look good. The wife will even go closer to them and say, my sweetheart, my daddy, you didn't see me. How do I look? Some will say, I beg you. I don't want to hear all those kind. It's very wrong. Admire your wife, okay? Instead of you to admire another wife outside, you will see your wife. You don't know how to call your wife all those names. You are beautiful. You are a treasure. You are a queen. You are a dancer. But outside, you will see your husband will be calling other women outside like that. Is that a good thing as a husband? No. All those names you are giving those people outside, they belong to your wife, not to them. And we need all those things. When husband is doing all those things to the wife, honestly speaking, the woman will be the most happiest somebody. Learn how to admire your wife. No matter what, it's you that saw her from the beginning and said you love her, you want to marry her, and she accepted to marry you. Now what happened with that first love? What happened with that first admiration, that you admire her and you told her that you love her? Then now you don't do that to her. It's very wrong. It's very, very wrong. When your wife dress and she want to go out, sometimes you can even tell her, mommy, this one that you wear is not beautiful. Oh, wear another one. This is what we want. But for you to keep quiet is not a good thing. You have to open your mouth and talk. Talk to your wife with love, in a polite way, not in a harsh way. When you talk to your wife in a harsh way, you are scaring her away from you. So when you are doing all those things to your wife, honestly speaking, there will be no problem. So all these things, they are some of the things that make some women, sometimes they feel rejected. They feel that as if they are not honored. They feel as if they are not respected. And it's like that. Learn how to play with your wife and make your wife feel sweet, feel okay. When you, sometimes you talk, you kiss your wife. She is your wife. Kiss her, she is your own. Nobody will ask you question. In those days, people will talk that it's not good to kiss in the presence of children. Who told you that? It's not like that. Your wife is your wife. You have right to kiss your wife. So far say you are not naked in the presence of your children. What is kiss? Or simple to just to give pet like this. Some men, they cannot do that. Why? It's only in the night when they come, then they come and show that they are men. Even if they need you, they will not even pet you, talk to you in the way that you will even have. You also have that feeling to be with him. They will just be talking to you harshly. Say this. Who told you that? Who is doing that now? Your wife needs you. That affection, that love, that care, that everything is what will make her. Even if you lie down together with her, you will see she will rush you and cuddle you, hold you, begin to kiss you. That is how it should be. But sometimes you come and lie down, you carry your face, you face the other side. When she talk to you, you will not talk to her. When you talk, you say, oh, you are disturbing me. Disturbing you, how? There is nothing like disturbance, so there is nothing like that. You are her husband and she is your wife. And you are not the only one that maybe if you need her, then you go that you want to do something. She too, she needs you. And whenever she needs you, when she come closer to you, don't call on her. If you are not in a good mood, you can as well talk to her in a polite way, so that she will, in the way that she will understand you. Okay? Because everybody needs good thing. And when this thing work like that, good, things will be working fine. Compliment your wife. So, and learn how to buy gift to your wife. There are some men, they don't know how to buy even common earring to give their wife. But their side chick outside, they are ready to do whatsoever. And any slight mistake that you do to them, they get angry with you. Then when you come back to the house, you come and pour all the anger on your wife. Is it supposed to be like that? And if that side chick just tell you that this is what, you see how you are begging her, oh, forgive me, I am sorry, forgive me. But your wife in the house, you never offend your wife, and then you realize that you offend your wife and tell your wife that you are sorry. What kind of life is that? It's not supposed to be like that. Treat your wife the way you want her to treat you. Okay? And that is how it should be. Once you are wrong, you are wrong. Learn how to tell your wife you are sorry. And your wife will also tell you sorry if she is wrong. That is how it should be. As I said before, women need a man who can take care of them. You buy gifts, all these small gifts, they are very, very important. Buy perfume for your wife. You can buy inner wear for your wife. That one is not a problem. Or if you see that you cannot buy, you give her money. Say, my wife, take this money, go and buy something for yourself. The woman will appreciate you so much. She will appreciate you so much. So even if another woman come and be telling her cock and kid story, that my husband buy Hummer Jeep for me, my husband do this for, since she know that you are trying to do it in your own way, your woman will not let you down before her fellow woman. She can as well tell the woman that she is very, very contented. She is very comfortable with the way the husband is doing with her. But if you are a man that you don't know how to buy, and you don't know how to give to her, and you don't know how to appreciate her, the woman that you marry will born children for you. Those children, she is the one that take most of the major part taking care of them. Because if child is not good today, they will say his mother's name they will mention, not the man. So you should learn how to appreciate your wife. Learn how to appreciate your wife. Compliment her and tell her, my wife, well done. More grease to your elbow. You will see a woman, even if there are some women, even if their husband is not working, they will be the one who will go up and down to look for what they will put for table for everybody to eat. And if your wife do that, you don't know how to appreciate your wife, to tell your wife, well done, my wife, and be praying for your wife, then instead you will be doing all sorts of things with things that will not bring good things in the family. Instead of you to appreciate your wife and tell your wife, pray for her for good health, for all those kind, for strength, for her to be able to move about and do what she will do to bring to the family. But some men, when their wife is out, that will be an opportunity for them. That is the time for them to sit down on social media and be chasing women up and down and be telling those women lies that they don't have wives. Is that a good thing? Even if you are toasting that girl, stop telling those people anything about your wife. Some will be telling those girls, side chick, stories about their wife just for them to win their mind, to win their heart. Is it supposed to be like that? No. My wife is like this. My wife is bad. How is she bad? If she is bad, what are you still doing with her? And you know that what you are saying is not true. Your wife will try all she can try to make you happy. But because you see somebody that do makeup and do this thing, paint face, maybe if that person wipe out that powder away, you look at the face of that person, your wife is a pretty queen for where she is. Then you will begin to talk and condemn your wife. If you are a man that is fond of doing that, stop it. Respect your wife. Respect your wife no matter what. Even though you want to chase woman outside, do your own thing and leave your wife aside. Don't spoil the name of your wife before your side chick. It's not a good thing at all. And it can never bring good thing. And that is why anytime you sit down, if your phone ring, you will not want your wife to pick your call, because you know that you are having hidden agenda. You disturb yourself. You are not free even. But your wife can even tell you, if my phone ring, pick my phone. That shows you that your wife don't have any hidden agenda. But there are some men who, honestly speaking, even if they are in the toilet, their phone ring, they rub soap for their body, wear their face, they will run out just to come and pick phone, because they know that they have hidden agenda. Is that a good thing? And what is that the promise that you stood in the altar of God and promised your God and promised people? Then when after the marriage you turn to another thing. It's not good though. Remember that there is God though. Remember, because all these things you will not benefit anything. It will not give you any benefit. And you should remember that any marriage, that husband and wife, there is no peace, no unity. Honestly speaking, it hinders blessing to the house. It hinders so many things. If you do, women, and you should know that when a woman pray, when a woman is grieved and a woman kneel down and pray, cry to her God, God always hear them quickly, more than you men. You are the one that will go out and do bad things. You are the one that if you come back, or if your wife know, he just asks you, honey, daddy, this thing like this, why are you doing this? Then you will pick offense. You will say, who are you to ask me that? You are my husband. You are my husband, and it's because I love you. And they said, we are your helpmate. If you cannot help yourself, we can help you. There are so many things that if you cannot help yourself, we can help you. Okay? So don't look at your wife and think that your wife don't have right to talk to you. Your wife has right to talk to you. And when she's talking to you, it does not mean that she will talk to you rudely. No. But you talk to her politely. Because if you talk in a polite way, there is no how your wife will talk harsh, rudely to you. There are some men, they are very good in that. But when they want to talk, when they ask them, they want to talk, say, it's because she talked to me rudely. It's a lie. How did you talk? What was your response to your woman, to your wife, that she talked to you? She just asked you simple question, then you flare up. And you know that you are wrong. And you know that you are being caught right-handed. Instead of you to just surrender and say, oh, my wife, forgive me, I'm sorry. Then you want to prove that because you are a man, you don't want her to talk. It's not like that. The other point is family commitment. Any man that is not committed to his own family is not a good thing. Family commitment is very, very important. It's very, very important. Every woman wants a man who is committed to his family. Just as I said before, you are a Christian, before you sleep, you're supposed to pray together as a family. So when you go out, you should try and come back so that you pray together before you sleep. So that you'll be able, that will be the time when you eat with your family, you sit down on a dining table and you eat with your family. That will be the time you will be able to hear what happened with your children, or with your child, or with your son, or with your daughter during the day that you were not around. The wife will be able to tell you. Then right there, you will be able to ask your child, is what your mommy is telling me, is it true? Then you hear how the child will talk. Then you talk to your child. But don't allow your wife only to take that responsibility. It's very, very wrong. It's for two of you. And if a single-handed person to train somebody is not, except if the father or the mother is no more there. But as far as two of you are there, you should be able to commit yourself to your family. He said, train up a child in the way of God, so that when he grows, you will never depart away from it. So don't allow only your wife to be doing that. You should be able to know how the performance of your children in the school, academically, spiritually, hell otherwise, you're supposed to know. And sit down with them one-on-one and talk have discussion, gist with your children. Forget say they are children. There are some parents sometimes, because we born our children, we think that our children, they don't have right to ask us questions. They have right to ask us questions. And it is our responsibility. It is an obligation for us to reply them, to give them an answer. When your daughter or your son asks you, Mommy, Daddy, why is this thing like this? Reply them. Don't tell them that you have not reached that stage. In those days, but now, no. Now, no. I feel free with my daughter. When she asks me questions, I explain to her. And I tell her the implication of that thing. If that thing is a bad thing, I will tell her the implication of that thing. It's the same thing, you, the father, you have to do the same. Don't allow your children to be afraid of their mother more than you, because they know they are always with their mother. It's their mother that will say, no, don't do this, no, don't do that. And even if it happened that you are not around, when you come back, when your wife tell you, Even if you want to, there is a way you will talk to that child. Don't talk to that child and show the child that, try to show the child that the mother is being too harsh on the child. No. If you do that, you are condemning your wife before your children, which is not supposed to be like that. Sometimes when they come back from school, there are some, they are in boarding school. When they come back for vacation, you'll be able to sit down with them and check their performances to see where they are lacking. You ask the child, how are we going to do? Ask your wife, how are we going to do to solve this problem? If your child needs extramural class, it is the decision of two of you. If your child is just lacking one thing, you try to see how you will put that thing in order. But don't allow it for one person to do it. No. Okay? Sometimes if your children, they want to ask you something because they are afraid of you, they will go through their mother. It's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be like that. Allow that child to talk to you and feel free. Ask you whatsoever you want to ask. So that is what I have for us today. As we all know, the other day I talked the part 1. This one is the part 2 of marriage. The part 3 again will come. And before I close, I want to thank some of you that find their time and then comment on my video, and they corrected me in some issues, but I still want to apologize to you people that you should bear it in mind with me because of my English. It's poco a poco. It's not an easy something for you to be in a foreign country, another language, you join with this one. Sometimes it's very difficult. So I want to definitely apologize for that. Okay? That is why it's like that. But I promise you, as time goes on, small, poco a poco, things will change. Okay? Thank you so much. I pray, I beg you that you should try and like my video and share it, subscribe to it and share to friends so that people will also watch it and share and like it. Thank you. I love you so much. Bye for now. We'll be waiting for the part 3 of this beautiful and sweet topic. Ciao.